What's the toughest conversation to have with a seller? I'm going to tell you. So, you meet with the seller, you go into their house, and they take great pride in their home. But they may have unique furniture, or they've got really interesting wall colors, wallpaper, or maybe it's just renovations they've done that made the house what they wanted it to be. But I'm looking at their house going, I know that's not what a buyer's going to want. I have to approach the seller that we need to change these things. And then I also have to convince them that they're actually going to make more money if we remove some of that stuff, maybe change some of it and stage it a little bit. And having that conversation is nerve wracking enough, okay? Because they're probably not going to like what you have to say. But it's really bad when you can just tell from the seller that they are not receptive to what you're saying. But that's why people hire us. We are the professional. You're wanting us to come in, look at your home, and tell you what it's worth. And then most of the time when I go to a house, the sellers will say, do you see anything we need to do? Is there anything we can do that will help to increase the price we get for our home? A lot of times a realtor just goes in and they'll just list the property the way it is, but they're going to give them a much lower price. And for me, if the seller's goal is to maximize the money they're getting from that sale, then it's a conversation that I have to have with them. And I'm not going to lie to you, like I will get butterflies in my stomach and just want to puke my guts out because it is difficult. You're getting ready to offend somebody. And so I usually preface the conversation with, this is probably not what you want to hear, but I'm going to tell you what buyers are looking for today. And so not every seller is going to be open to getting that kind of feedback. I have went through a listing and they were people who like to DIY stuff. And so they would go to yard sales or antique stores and then they would bring that stuff home and do whatever to it. And they had just like little knick-knack stuff all over their house. Big house, like 2,000 square feet on one level, but every nook, cranny, and corner had stuff in it. And you felt very cramped in this house, even though it was a huge home. And so I tried to approach very carefully this subject, and like the wall that went up and the temperature dropped in the room because they immediately just like, no, this is our home. Everybody that comes in here tells us how gorgeous our home is. We are not doing that. Okay, then you're not going to get top dollar for your home. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm just trying to help you understand the reality of the situation. So it's tough enough to give that kind of advice, but it's even worse when the person receiving it does not want to hear it.